Well, good afternoon, everybody. And first of all, I just want to thank the media for being here today to help us educate the people of Sioux Falls, as well as maybe anybody watching your station or reading your paper about the importance of holding neighbors accountable. Because I will tell you, it only takes one bad neighbor to really mess it up for all the other good ones that are out there. Now I need you also, media, to go back to your coverage. Go back to the olden days, about 1 year ago today. We were standing at this very same spot talking about the importance of code enforcement and the challenges that we had with this particular property, property owners, as well as others across our great city. We love Sioux Falls. I'm a little biased here, but I strongly believe that we've got one of the most beautiful communities in the country. And we want it that way. And it takes a ton of work to make sure that it stays that way. As well as it takes some guts and some confidence, and maybe every now and then making a couple people upset when we hold them accountable. And what does that mean? Well, it means that in the city of Sioux Falls, for example, we have certain codes that we do enforce. Those codes include things in the wintertime. We need you to shovel your dang snow. And then guess what? In the summer, we need you to mow your dang grass. If it's greater than 8 inches tall, we're going to be on you. And we want it. We want you to work with us as we keep this city beautiful. But it's not just high grass. It's other things that we need the city of Sioux Falls and the citizens here to be on the lookout for. We need your eyes and we need your ears looking out for things like, yep, those pesky potholes. But also things going on in your neighborhood that just don't feel right. They don't smell right. They don't look right. Your gut and your heart and your head is saying something isn't right. If you wait for government to find all this stuff for you, and then if you wait for government to ultimately fix this stuff for you, people, you got another thing coming. You could try it that way. It's just going to take you a lot longer to ultimately get results, and ultimately I don't think it's going to be near as fruitful. We have 178,500 people that have selected Sioux Falls as the place where they want to live. And I can guarantee you almost every single one of them, they want this city beautiful. And they also want their neighbors to mow their lawns, to shovel their sidewalks, to maintain their properties, whether it be their landscaping. They want safe, sanitary, and decent housing. Almost everybody wants that. And those that don't, that's where this mayor comes into play. That's where Matt Tobias comes into play and his team. And that's where all the other neighbors that give a crap about Sioux Falls and the way that it looks, that's when they step in and say, let's do something about it. We're not going to tolerate bad neighbors in Sioux Falls. We're not. And again, it's a lot of work. It's not an overnight success. But ultimately, we like our results. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to have Matt share some of those results with you later on. Again, the message today is, hey, Sioux Falls, be our eyes and be our ears. As you're out there walking your neighborhood, or as you're out there driving around our town, let us know if you see something that you just doesn't meet the mustard of our city. As I told the media, I've got a couple props for you today. Just two simple ones. Number one, I've got these little yellow stickies. They're in the My Man Mike truck. They're in my Titan, as well as we've handed these out to every city employee here in the city of Sioux Falls. Simple yellow stickies. So as they're driving around and they see something that needs our attention, they write it down and ultimately they let us know. There's another prop that I have for you here today, media. It's my phone. In my favorites list, yes, I've got people that I love, people that I care about in my favorites list, but I've got two more. I've got the high grass hotline in here, as well as I have the pothole hotline on my favorites list. And it's so simple. I'm driving by, I see something, I stop, pull out my phone, and I make that call and say, hey, let's go to this particular address. Let's fix this dang pothole, or let's address this neighbor and try to see if they'll take care of their lawn or their landscaping or their home. Again, pretty simple, but also very, very effective. Two last things, and I'm going to turn it over to Matt Tobias, who's truly leading this charge. Hey, media, if you hear anybody out there complaining about code enforcement, give me a break. Are you kidding me? Really? Really? No. People don't complain about code enforcement. The only people who complain about code enforcement are the people who aren't following the codes, are the people who maybe are the bad neighbors, the people that ultimately believe that there's a higher priority other than their neighbors, or a higher priority than the city in which they live in. Give me a break. I've heard this a couple of times recently, and ultimately it just makes me fight more, or want to fight even more for the good neighbors, the people that actually care, the people that want to leave things better than the way that they found them. What a concept, Sioux Falls. What a concept, South Dakota. Leaving things better than the way you found them. Leaving a good example. Setting the standard not only for for people in your own family, but for people in your neighborhood and people in your city and people in your state. And then last but not least, hey, South Dakota, I'd recommend that you follow Sioux Falls' example. Get tough on code enforcement. And if you need more resources towards that effort, do it. Start on a part-time basis and then make it full-time. My hometown of Yankton, they had all kinds of challenges when it came to code enforcement. And what did they do? They stepped up to the plate. They got really serious about it. And now their city is as beautiful as it's ever been, just like Sioux Falls, and just like we want to keep it. So again, I look forward to the questions. Thanks for letting me get a little emotional today. As you can tell, this is a topic I really, really care about. Now I want to introduce to you the man who's in charge of this process for the city, Matt Tobias. Matt.
Thank you. You bet. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And once again, thank you to media today. It's a beautiful day. We do have some shade, and we're in one of the premier neighborhoods in the city, in the All Saints neighborhood. So that's where this story started. We started back with this story in June of 2015 when we became aware of this house behind us here. It was an eyesore, it was. And what happened as a result of that story is we had something that works. We had our citizens of our great community reach out to the city and say, let's work together. That process does work. And we as a city love it when those processes work. Citizens contacted us and said, we have an issue with the house in our neighborhood. It's that house. It's kind of bringing the neighborhood feel down, bringing the neighborhood values down, the look, everything like that. So when we got here, we noticed a plethora of problems. So it was quite a long process, but what happened is what you see behind me here today. The property did change hands, and I would invite you all to come back out once this thing's done and just take a better look at it, because right now we're halfway through construction on this thing. But this was a house that, as the mayor indicated, 1 year ago today, we sat here and we said, we want this house torn down. We were actually the city was asking them to tear the house down because it was beyond, in our minds, it was beyond repair. So in the end, we're going to have another wonderful house in the All Saints neighborhood that's going to fit in the neighborhood very, very well. So my message today that I want to say to everybody is that code enforcement does work. It does. Don't wait, as the mayor indicated too, don't wait for the city to find those problems. Now, don't get me wrong, we have 1,234 city employees. On an average day, probably half of our city employees are out and about in the streets. We have our jobs to do, but we really need the help from the citizens to let us know if they see something out of line. If you see a junk car in the driveway, if you see tall grass, let us know. We have a due diligence we have to follow, and we'll follow up with that complaint. We'll follow up with that complaint probably within 24 hours. I said 24 hours. I mean, we're really, really good about getting back to those complaints. The other thing that I want to really talk about today too is we have a pretty good success rate. You all in the media probably heard me say it. It's about a 90% success rate after our first letter goes out. Currently today, tall grass vegetation complaints that we've had so far this season, we're over 800. We have over 800 complaints on tall grass. We've only had
400 of them I sent in.
Yeah, probably 400 came. 400 came from the mayor's favorite list. And that's what we need to find out. But we need to find about those things. We need to address those. Of those 800 cases, we have 100 of those cases we actually had to go out and do some more follow up, whether it be mitigate the problem, take care of the violation, mow the property, have our contractor do it. We're doing pretty good. Code enforcement does work, but it's going to work a lot faster when the media when the citizens of our great town let us know about it. Let us get involved. That's what we're here for. We have multiple different departments. The last thing I want to kind of talk about, we have this who to contact list, right? And that is part of code enforcement. All those different departments there, we have numbers for those. That's on our website. That information is on our website. That actually did go out in a utility bill insert here recently. So if you did not get one in a utility bill insert, it's on our website. But call us. I mean, that's the big message today. Help us make this great city what it is. It's a very clean city. Travel anywhere all over the Midwest. Tell people where you're from. Say you're from Sioux Falls. One of the first things that comes out of their mouth was, it's a clean city. It's a very, very clean city. I wear that on my shoulders. And I guess I do oversee the code enforcement program for the city of Sioux Falls. And it's a very important program because we want Sioux Falls to be clean. The codes are simple. The codes are simple. You just got to mow your grass, keep your grass within 8 inches, mow your sidewalk, take care of your property. Have some pride in your property. And the last thing I want to leave you with is be a good neighbor. If you have a neighbor that has a problem, the first thing I'm a firm believer that a lot of these code enforcement violations, the smaller ones, can be fixed with just living in that great neighborhood, being neighborly, and helping each other out. So be a good neighbor, help people out, and in the end, let us know. If there's something you don't want to get involved with, that's what we're here for.
Man,
that's what we're here for.
The confidential nature too of the complaint.
Yes, every complaint that we receive into our office, we treat that as a confidential complaint. I have people call me and they'll say, "No, I want you to let my neighbor know I'm the one who called." we don't want to create rifts in neighborhoods. That's not. But if you're uncomfortable with calling your neighbor or talking to your neighbor, let the city get involved with that. If they're in violation of any kind of an ordinance, let us get involved. We'll have that difficult conversation. We will definitely have the difficult conversation with the neighbor. So, but everything remains confidential. That's a good point. Everything does remain confidential. So just let us know. Let us know when there's a problem. Call us. There's on the news media list today, there's a couple different numbers where you can call us. 367-8613 is a general code enforcement number. We have the pothole hotline number. We have the vegetation number on there. So call us.
Maybe too, we can kind of give you some examples. It is the summer. So what are we talking about when it comes to code enforcement? Of course, probably the hottest topic are those high grasses or those high weeds or those noxious weeds. Matt talked about those. We'll give you some examples of others. You can't have a bunch of junky tires in your front yard or in your backyard. You do need to trim your trees, okay? It's important for safety, but you do have to trim your trees. If you've got an abandoned car, the abandoned car needs to be registered, it needs to be licensed. It can't just be sitting there kind of hanging out. You've got other things that trash needs to be picked up. So if you see a bunch of refuse such as mattresses hanging out, or people throwing their sofas or things like that out there, let us know. We'll take care of that and we'll hold the people accountable, and so many more things. But I think those will give you just some examples of where the city of Sioux Falls gets involved. Now we'll kind of take it up a little notch here. We also know that there are some neighbors in town that do even more than just not mowing the grass. They've got some junky cars out front, or maybe they've got some mattresses laying out there. We also know that there are some neighbors in town that are doing worse stuff than that. People are concerned about maybe their drug trade going on, or there's some other illegal activity going on within that home. Parties that are a little more rambunctious than they should, going on longer hours than they should. Folks, you don't have to be afraid of that. we are here to support you in that effort. Whether it be Matt and his team, whether it be our police team, whether it be our health team, whether it be the mayor or whatever, we will get involved, whether it be dealing with the homeowner, dealing with the property owner, or dealing with the criminal element themselves. So we want to make sure that people are aware we do need you to be our eyes and ears, not only for just maybe the more simple stuff, but also for maybe the more attention-grabbing stuff as well.